Fire knows not of mercy.
Hello and welcome back to the Midnight Show. I'm your host, Mr. Midnight, of the Midnight Show with Mr. Midnight. Okay, so today I'm back with the deck guide, a widely requested one for obvious reasons. It's Nomus Rhy'tan, the guy I used to get my Warmaster title last season. He was pretty bonkers, and he got nerfed now, so I don't feel too bad sharing this deck with you. I didn't change anything. I think he's still basically the same. As you see, I had a pretty nuts win rate. It's 86%, I think, and I'd say let's jump right into the deck. So this is a very low curve, aggressive Stu deck actually. I didn't play him since the nerfs. He worked really well. You just played value stuff, you played all the good teachings, and then you kind of snowballed. Your opponent wasn't able to deal with your troops efficiently because you had frontline, and face bashing into you. It was also bad because you had the attack buff, which is now gone. And what you want to do, you want a sticky board and you want to snowball Salamander style, and we also don't run out of steam despite having a low curve because he has a built-in card draw, which we don't use too often, but Mount Deathfire also plays a very big role here. So let's go over the cards. First card is Drilling Site. Why is it here? Because sometimes you want to skip that weak 3 energy turn. We only have Devotion as good 3 energy play or Hope, but that doesn't do anything to the board. And with a Drilling Site, you for example skip that and go right into playing Disciple of Flames or Abyssal Rhy'tan on turn 2. Side side, it helps comboing with stuff like Benevolence or Sorrow if you want to buff something or trigger the sacrifice or something. So multiple uses here, and as mentioned, since we have built-in card draw and usually won't struggle with hand size, this is a very welcome addition. I still would prefer the old one, I think, but this does the trick. Next card is Orbital Combat. This card is great, it's fucking awesome. It sometimes shuts down your enemy for a whole turn. Worst case scenario is you pay 1 energy to draw a card and don't do anything. Best case scenario is for 1 energy you mess up the enemy's turn completely. So pretty good, but I don't suggest playing this turn 1, yeah? If you're up against, for example, Raven Guards, you want to play this when you have something, when you have a big board, so they can't combo with Shadow Killers and Curse of the Raven or something. If you are up against, let's say, Alpha Legion, you want to play this when they have the Harrowing turn. Against Sons of Horus, when they are about to hit 7 energy and you want to deny them the Master, or after they played Master to deny them Frontal Assault, and so on and so on. The only case where you want to play this turn 1 is against another Nomus, if you're going second, so that you deny him the 3 energy teaching. And that's about it. Really good card, I love it. Next up is Slider. This mainly used to cycle, but also for energy refills. Again, same purpose as Drilling Sites. We can't ramp into anything, but it has a multi-purpose. You can also heal your Warlord if you're like low in HP and need it, but most of the times we'll use it to cycle or to refill energy. So again, to Sorrow, for example, you play Shaped Xavier on 4 energy, Slider, Sorrow, protect him. He's much difficult to deal with and much more likely to stick. Again, really good card. Helps us a lot here. Really like it. Roshan Squad, our first troop. 2 energy 2/2, sacrifice. So yeah, you know this guy. And this is basically deal 7 damage for 2 energy. He's insane. And Nomus can protect him, so you trigger the sacrifice most of the time. If you play him turn 1, he will get face bashed, but nonetheless it's the face bash 2 damage. Then you run him into the enemy warlord, that's never the damage, and the sacrifice is 3 damage. Yeah? So that's on average 7 damage from this troop. Insane value, and as mentioned, if you can protect him, if you can stick him around with Sorrow, with Shaped Xavier, or just protect him with your front line, he can deal a lot of damage over the course of the game for just 2 energy, so great troop. And our first teaching, Sorrow, gives Survivor Winter Friendly troop draw a card. So what you want to use that on, mainly Roshan squads at the beginning. Yeah, you protect them, and just a good teaching. You usually don't see it that much, but here it works well because Nomus profits from playing teaching. You can play it on Xavier, yeah, so he doesn't buff himself, he only buffs adjacent units, and this makes him much harder to remove and actually pain in the ass. And another great target is Neurosukasen. If she sticks, she also ruins the enemy's game plan. It's with attack heavy deck and giving a survivor as a prime target. Despite that, just use it when it makes sense. So even on Rhy'tan or Disciple of Flames, actually you can use it on almost every troop except Declar, I think. So really good card here. Next up, Storm Eagle. This was just too good to skip. As you see, I'm not running any removal or tag, just troops and teachings. That's still game plan. And Storm Eagle was too good to skip. I still have 1 copy because deal 2 damage and stun. It's really good. You can also use it on your own troops. Now they changed it a bit, so you can trigger sacrifice much easier. So 1 copy, I had to do it because it's just a good card. Not much to explain here. Benevolence. So this is basically a 3 energy trigger sacrifice. The heal can come in handy, but not that often. We actually don't want to heal our troops because of the sacrifice effects, because we want them to happen. but sometimes you can use it on your Warlord to prevent lethal from your opponent, and yeah, also not much to explain here. So what you want to combo this with is basically Ancient Declare is pretty strong, Rhy'tan and so on to deal the damage to everything. Just use it wisely. Also very good combos with Enter Squad, 6 energy, Winnow the Weak without killing something from your side of the board. This was the combo I used to deal with Captain Kirin, who also got nerfed. Yep, basically preserved Enter Squad and Benevolence in my hand until they dropped them. They Enter Squad, Benevolence, and killed the Captain Kirin. This was really convenient, it worked really well. That's why I'm also not running that much removal here. This combo actually was enough. And next up we got Chaplain Savior, a really good legendary with Ancient Tier 3, and he gives survival 1 to adjacent units, so he also buffs your Warlord. When you have this guy, you also need to keep in mind unit positioning a bit. I would also always play 2 units on each side of your Warlord, so you can play in between them. Yeah, if you have 3 on one side and nothing on the other side, you can only play him to the left and only buff your Warlord. If you have 2 troops on the right, you can play in between troops or between 1 troop and your Warlord. Take care of the positioning so this guy has maximum value, and the sacrifice is also really good for Nomus because, you know, the teaching, just hope that it isn't resilience because it's just a bit too expensive for the stack. Next card is Devotion. Yeah, this one is insane for Nomus, yeah. You want to play it most of the time to spawn Soka Hunters because you can protect them and the Soka Hunters will just not die. It's like 8 damage ramp. Of course there's Rule of Fear, of course there's Informant Network, frag rates and all that stuff, but that wouldn't happen anyway. Protecting those 2 ones from face bash is a really big deal because it gets you ahead on board immediately. I suggest using the buff only when it makes sense, so for lethal for example, or when you have at least 2 troops on the board. Next up is Hope. Another teaching. It also doesn't see play that much, but again in Nomus you want to play as many teachings as you can. And here the worst case scenario is you get a 1 energy Ender squad, but then you can come with Benevolence Marisia or a 0 energy Roshan squad. Best case scenario is a 4 energy Declare, yeah, that happens. But nonetheless, with all these cost reduction cards nerfed like Supply Lines and Imperial Capital and all that, this card is actually better than them. You can't choose the target, it's pretty random, but nonetheless, the result here is always good. There are no bad picks here, and so it's in the deck. Also really good turn 2 play. Scorched Earth, 1 copy, this is a little board clear. It also helps us trigger sacrifice effects. You can use this offensively, you can use this as defensively, great card. Only 1 copy because it's situational, and as mentioned, this deck is very straightforward. Not much tech, not much removal, but nonetheless, this is a must-have in any Salamander deck, I think so. 1 copy here. Informant Network, our anti-stealth tech of choice as usual. Not much to explain here. I have 1 copy here. Yeah, I didn't want that much tech, but we need that against Deliverance. For example, Raven Guard is very popular right now. You want this against Deliverance plays, or if you're about to kill your opponent, yeah. To remove stealth units, we actually have Ender Squad and the Benevolence combo, so always keep those in hand for these Raven Guard matchups. And talking about Ender Squad, you really don't want to drop him on 3 actually. As mentioned, you want to combo him, yeah, with Benevolence, or you want to play them when you can protect them. These guys are insane in my opinion, since Nomus can, as mentioned, protect them. And in some occasions, they actually shut down the enemy's board completely. He can't play anything because he knows he will get a good trade. And I don't know, if you're against a Runestorm, and this guy is on 2 HP and Survivor 1 or something, and he wants to play the Demon's Chosen, like what's he gonna do? He's not gonna play anything because he can deal with this stuff. He's gonna face bash this guy, like if it's Commander, and then skip the turn, and that's it. And then you probably can buff him again with, I don't know, maybe Disciple of Flames into Benevolence or something. Then the whole cycle repeats. You completely shut down the enemy board with it, besides having the Benevolence combo, so I think this is a really good card here, because of Nomus protective functions, because of all those teachings and troops which can buff him, which can give him more survivability. Disciple of Flames, one of our 4 drops. This is kind of Epistolary 2.0 in my opinion, really annoying troop. And since we go wide, we kind of zoo with all those cheap, good troops. Sacrifice also comes in really handy a lot of times. My favorite combo is to combo him with Chaplain Savior. So you drop Chaplain Savior turn 2, for example, which I don't suggest, but in case you do, follow it up with Disciple of Flames, and then they just keep buffing each other, give each other Survivor, and just a very good 4 group besides Rhy'tan. And of course, Rhy'tan is here, he's in every Salamander deck, he's fucking insane. Insane value, 4 energy to 3, which trades upwards because it deals 5 damage. Then 2 damage to anything else. If it triggers the sacrifice, as mentioned, you can combo it with Benevolence, you can combo it with Scorched Earth for even more AoE damage. Really good troop, only weaknesses, of course, Mercator. Horus and the new addition from the Solar Auxilia and the newest expansion. Also really good card. Try to buff her up with Sorrow, try to protect her with your front line, try to play her as Xavier, and you're gonna have a really good time. She won me a lot of mirror matches just because I dropped her, and I was able to protect her with Sorrow, with Chaplain Xavier, with my front line, and so on. So insane. Just like this card, Mount Defi, also insane. You're playing a very low curve, you're gonna run out of cards pretty soon, It's quite awkward if you have this twice in hand, because it also it recycles the cards from the graveyard actually, so they don't stay there. You can't get, like, if Sukasan died in 2 rest hands, you won't get 3 Sukasans. You will always get 2 rest hands and 1 Sukasan, and they will disappear from this arbitrary graveyard the game has. So you can't play this back to back. You always have to kill something off before playing this. That's the little downside. You can't play this on curve, but this is an insane card. It's the best second wind card in the game, in my opinion. So second wind, not second win, in case I pronounced it badly. And just one thing you need to keep in mind: if you play the devotion, it always shows you how many troops died in this game. Yeah, if you have like 5 available or something. If you played devotion and the Stalker Hunters died, I actually urge you to wait until you have 5 available at least, because you don't want to get the Stalker Hunters back. You want to get your other troops back, because the Stalker Hunters, they're not good if they don't come from devotion, to be honest. And next up, last card here, we kept at 6 energy, this Ancient Declar. He's just very good. If you can get sacrifices off, he's pretty nuts. If you draw him from Hope, he's pretty nuts. Besides that, he will usually eat the heart removal here, but sometimes the enemy already wasted it on Empestle Rhy'tan or something. And if he sticks, he's a really good troop, get buffed, and he's just too good to skip. He has no real purpose here, but a very good card in general. Alright, there's the deck. As I mentioned, a very straightforward, aggressive Zoo deck, capitalizing on Nomus protective functions and the stickiness, the survivor ability of the Salamanders. As usual, if you don't agree with me with some of my card choices, or if you're missing some of these cards, I got a couple card alternatives for you, which might find play in this deck. First of all, we got Ashen Bones, the heart removal of the Salamanders here. I'm not running it because simply it's too situational. We don't really need it, we have Editor Squad. But nonetheless, it's really good. You can like slam Erosion Squad into something, then follow with Ashen Bones. As mentioned, I don't really need it. Maybe now I will need it, now that I have 1 less attack after I play a teaching with Nomus. But who knows, we will see. Next up are the Della veterans. They are just a stat stick, and if you want to have something more to play on 5 except Mount-Fire, you can add them. They just don't add much to the deck. Still a good inclusion, because they come from Mount Deathfire, they are cheaper, and they are quite sticky, so why not? Next up is Void Engagement. It's just a very good cycle card again, like Arbor Slide, Orbital Combat, or even stuff like Ravaged City. But since this is an aggressive deck, I think Void Engagement might find its place, since we also have a good tactic ratio here, 19 tactics to 11 troops. It's always fine to have this card. I think it's good. Why not? Command Bridge. Even after its nerf, I think this is still good. You can use this to fish for a crucial teaching you need, like if you have Antitar and are still missing that Benevolence, for example. But we have so much built-in drone cycle, that's why I skipped on this one. Next up is the Volcanic Instability. This is like Scorched Earth Senior. Same purpose, it costs 2 more, but deals 1 damage more. It helps trigger sacrifice, it's a good board clear, so might find place in this deck. I just found it to be too expensive and too reactive for this deck, but nonetheless, as a lot of people play it with great success. Next up is Melgator. He's good for tempo swings. We're not that reliant on that, because Melgator actually kills us a lot. But he's always fine. We can't really use it on our own troops, that's why I skipped him. But nonetheless, he's always fine for timber swings, and really devastating if you found something like a Rhy'tan or something. And next up we got Lord Malkiel. He also got a bit nerfed, but also really good addition in this deck. Why? Because he can skip the 3 energy turn and instantly go into Rest Hands or Disciple of Flames if you drop him turn 1. Nomus can protect him with Survivor, Tactics, or with his frontline. Negative thing here is, why he isn't in this deck is because he messes up Devotion. So if you play him, you can't play Devotion next turn, and if you don't happen to have that 4-drop, yeah, it's pretty bad. So I simply didn't want to have any counter synergies in his deck, so he didn't quite make it, but nonetheless a really good addition. And at last but not least, we got Jupik Starsight, same principle as Nero Sukasan. The thing here is though that our 3 drop spot is quite bloated, so I skipped him because I have enough to play on 3, to be honest. As mentioned, same principle as Nero Sukasan. You want to protect him with Survivor Tactics, with your front line, and so on, so that he sticks and keeps generating value. Alright, so that's the deck. No Warlord, Nomus, Rhy'tan. By the way, Survivor 5 and 35 HP is in my opinion better than 40 HP, so he's basically a Primarch, you know? Not quite Vulcan, but he has a better ability in my opinion. And yeah, that's the deck. Some more cards which you might include if you're missing something or disagree with me, as mentioned. And we're gonna see how this guy does now after the nerfs. We're at almost 4,000 elo. Yeah, I'm ranked 26 right now, somewhere in the middle of the top 50. And we're just gonna jump into some games and see how he performs. Let's go, game 1. Right, our opponent is Alpha Legion. actually fine. So let's get rid of all that besides hope.
The flames of war are ablaze.
We are Legion.
Oh my god, Ingo Pech. That's
Hydra Dominatus.
awfully annoying. So let's see. Let's just draw a card here. I think this is one of those games where not having that +1 attack will matter a lot. And he will just spam Sigurdos for days. He's a disciple. I'm still gonna face bash despite not having more attack. Because... hey, why not? It's Alpha Legion, right? So let's play Rhy'tan. He's probably gonna just spam a lot of teachings on him. By teachings, I mean Secret Orders. One, two, 3. Okay. I will still attack into him. Because one of those is Gamma Auto or whatever. Let's do it. That's completely fine. So this will... wait. He also has the... he also has the deal damage to the next 2 people in play thingy, I think, so let's do that as well. And this is just gonna deal 2 additional damage, not too bad. And next up he's probably gonna stun me. Ah, I messed up the positioning here a bit. Okay, these were all 3 orders. Totally fine, actually. Another order. And Megadon. Oh no. Right, we got 6 energy here. And another order. I won't attack into that. Probably the... let's see. Okay, that's not it. So it's attack into my face again, Alpha Order. What's left to get? What's left to list? To do this. Play a disciple. This disciple. Orbital combat. Mess up his turn a bit. And should I? I'm gonna attack into him. God damn it. Yet another Gamma Order. I was kind of hoping for him to have the other order, the one which swaps, but didn't happen. Yeah, Ingo is pretty annoying, but I still think we should be fine. Yeah, Fire Energy Sabotage, that's fine. Okay. Fine. So be it. So let's play more stuff. I don't want to draw too much, to be honest. So let's play you. Let's play you. Let's use this to heal, actually. And trade. I could have drawn, but I simply don't want that big of a hand size here. Alright, more Secret Orders. Into Thunderhawk. Oh man, this is insanely fun, holy shit. I wonder what he generated this time. Okay, let's draw this time. Mount Deathfire. Yeah, I got two dead. Okay, that's not it. I could like Scorched Earth here, just for some damages. Or not do anything. Let's just play the Entitar. And I'm not gonna use Benevolence here yet. That's another one to stun me. Pretty annoying. Could have also used the Benevolence on him. Because, yeah, that he is harrowing. But it's okay, because we got Mount Deathfire. So let's play him on Deathfire. See what we get. Pretty good. Let's use the Storm Eagle on him here. And let's play another Rhy'tan. And I'm gonna trigger the sacrifice here. Because I don't think one survivor. Good enough. So just ignoring the secret orders kind of worked. Like, playing as I would naturally do.
We are Legion.
One of many. And Manifest Destiny, holy shit. Is this gonna be enough? Probably not. Probably not. So let's see. You go here. You go here. Yeah, then... yeah, that's enough. Attack. Attack. Benevolence. Into Scorched Earth for the finish. Beautiful. Annoying, but not very effective. Yeah, that was a lot more than I needed. It's like 7 extra damage here. Alright, game 1. Ingo Pech. Pretty annoying, but we did it nonetheless. Let's jump into the next one. Corax. That's gonna be a hard one. Let's keep the Rhy'tan. I'm gonna mulligan Xavier actually. He hasn't formed
The
it.
flames of
Okay.
war are ablaze.
No mercy!
Yeah, Mission Corax is probably the strongest pick right now. I'm still gonna go phase against him. Because I need to finish this shit before he... before he finishes his mission. Predatory Strike. That's unfortunate. But it's still fine. Okay. Let's play Hope. 2 energy Rhy'tan, I'll take that. Just using his ability. Here's Enter. Let's play the Rhy'tan, the expensive one. Okay. He's setting up for Shadow Killers or some shit. So let's play the Disciple. And let's actually use the counterattack here, whatever. The Shadow Killers doesn't hurt that much. Wish I had orbital combat here. He plays the Warfare. Perfectly fine. Ricochet. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Deck clear. Sure, why not? Let's keep going face. And one additional survivor would help here. We're there already. It's a Roshan, a Rhy'tan, and a Disciple. I can wait with that. Until I kill off another Rhy'tan, I think. Yep, here's the flanker. Okay. Xavier. Xavier is pretty sweet. So let's play Xavier. Let's play Rhy'tan. Here actually, because I want to survivor on myself, I think. Or do I? Not really. Let's stun him, so he can't use any bullshit to stealth up. And faces the plays again. So this is certainly going to be a Shadow Killer turn. Except he didn't throw it yet, for some reason. Okay, it's Curse. Is it gonna be double curse or something? Ah, god damn it. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Alright. Arbor Slider. I got 5, 6, 7. I'm missing 1 damage here. So let's see what we can get. Stukasm. Yeah, not what I was looking for, to be honest. So let's Deathfire. Okay, another Rhy'tan. Let's play him. Gonna have to trade here, unfortunately. And give him another smack. If he still stopped without killing this... Ricochet again. I see. Ah, it survives anyway. Okay, I see. And he's stealth stuff. Fine. Ooh, this is gonna be a close one. Building site. Yeah, missing 1 damage here. So... Clear to cast him. Play you. Not gonna take him to this one, I don't care. I just need my Scorched Earth or something. Benevolence would also be great. But not drawing it, unfortunately. Maybe I should have, instead of playing stuff. Rain of Fire, Jesus Christ, dude. So you're just gonna stealth again and like hit my face or something? Oh, what's the play? Ah, he's gonna use it on that. Okay. Fine, you finally got him. Phew. The Carson probably won it here. And Mission Corax down. Rhy'tan, oh, Nomus Rhy'tan. Still doing work. Pretty good. Off to the next one. That's probably a mission gauge, right? Yeah, this is... I don't like that at all. I'm gonna keep the other slider though. Jesus, what? Where is his hand?
Are ablaze. Squads ready with me.
Play the mission, yeah. This is one of the most boring decks I know, to be honest. Arrow. Holy shit. Can I get a troop or a teaching I can play, please? I didn't mean that, so... Come on. Benevolence again. Holy shit, man. All the teachings. I drew a troop, but oh god. This shit. You face bash. Okay, there we go. There we go. So... let's let him have 2 survival. Oh, Jesus Christ, I would have loved that the turn before, to be honest. We're gonna faith bash him too, because I simply don't want him to have the mission for too long. Okay. That's okay too. And Tar. So this is a bit of a gamble here now. But let's see. Oh, perfect. Sometimes lucky. Straight. And keep going face. What a horrible starting hand that was. Bummer. And Cestus. Okay, I could play Declear. I probably will. Yeah, I don't like that too much, so let's give it Survivor. Well, let's actually comp here. And rest it. Wait. I like. And should I heal? Let's just heal. The counterattack is horrible anyway. So now he needs to get rid of that before he plays any troops. Okay. Oh, devotion. Let's hope. Another Rhy'tan. And let's devotion. Playing two teachings in one turn is kind of whack, but yeah, I usually want to play teaching per turn to maximize the front line, but we have so many here, I won't ever be able to use them all, to be honest. Here we go, we finally got it. Rip Entity. You did great. You did great, bro. Okay, what do we play? I could Rhy'tan and Devotion, but I'm probably... probably not. Let's play you. Let's go really wide here. Let's get rid of that. Should I just stun him here? Is there anything else I want to stun? Why not? It's extra damage. I don't care at this point, to be honest. It's kind of a dumb move, because he doesn't do that much, but I think that's the plan nonetheless, because I just want to finish him ASAP. He might play, I don't know, Army God doesn't save him, then what else? Bad luck. Yep. This shouldn't be enough, right? Oh yeah. Let's just do this.
The battle is
Yeah, you can see that, so yeah, that was the big combo in the end. Alright. And that's mission Gage. Okay boys, that's it for today's video. I think Nomus is still going really strong, yeah. Despite the nerfs, his frontline ability is really strong. So basically what you want to do now is to play only like one teaching per turn to maximize the value of the frontline. Earlier you could like play 2-3 teachings and go to 3, 4, 5 attack or whatever. Change of pace in terms of the gameplay, but nonetheless still in my opinion the strongest Telemantis Warlord despite the nerfs. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that's what you wanted to see. So many of you asked about the Warmaster deck, and here it is. And stay tuned, subscribe for more deck guides, community requests. The tier list is coming up soon for the neutral cards of the Galactic Flame expansion. Maybe a Southern Midnight video, or something, what's it called? A little Southern Midnight video coming up soon. And I hope to see you then. Until then, Midnight out.